Yep, Nottingham Forest are set to sign free agent Jesse Lingard. He's been in talks with former loan club West Ham, but the Hammers are reportedly not willing to match his high wage demands. How big a statement, Gab, would this be for Forest? You know, some reports are saying 200 grand a week.
I think it'd be a big statement from them. You know, yes, there's no transfer, so maybe they can make the wages work because they're not paying a fee. Massive statement, and he would do well for them. But I just feel like, what's it going to do to affect the squad of players? You got players that are maybe on £15,000-20,000 coming from the Championship to the Premier League, and then you've got a player coming in on 200. I mean, what will that do to the changing room? I've been in changing rooms and players wouldn't be happy with that.
Gab, in terms of, with the greatest respect to Forest, I'm so happy they're back up in the big time. But West Ham, would that not be the better move for Jesse?
100%. And he's got to look at what's the best team to go to and play my football and get into the England squad for the World Cup. You know, it's 3 months away. Is he going to get the goals and assists at Nottingham Forest, or is he going to get better stats at West Ham? Knows the club, knows the manager, knows the players. It would be a shame over a little bit of extra money to choose Nottingham Forest when he will have a better season at West Ham for me. What does Jesse Lingard owe West Ham? He's not a West Ham fan. He's not from the area. You know, he was there on loan. You know, 16 games was it? So I don't understand what people feel that he owes them, and why does he have to, you know, why can't he go on a private jet and have a video on there on his Instagram? Like, I'm baffled as what he owes West Ham. If he wants to go there, then he will go there. If he wants to go to Nottingham Forest or somewhere else, he will, and he doesn't owe any club anything.
Well, early in the show, former Premier League striker now down over in beautiful Brisbane, Australia, Charlie Austin jumped on the show and jumped to Jesse's defence.
Let him be. Let him enjoy the summer. He's obviously hasn't made up his mind yet of the destination where he wants to play. This is the way the world's going with the footballers. They like the interaction with the social media and the TikTok and the Instagram and stuff. You can't have your cake and eat it. Do you know what I mean? Just think you just have to let him live. And when Jesse decides that it's right for him to go and play for, whether it be West Ham, whether it be Nottingham Forest, whether it be somewhere else, then he'll make up that decision. No one can tell him what to do. I understand what Alex is saying as such, but come on, just let him live. That's just the way it is. So what are we saying is like unprofessional getting into in the morning, photos of him all across the front page. Or when you wake up and just see him flicking through your phone that he's doing a couple of dances and that. Don't get me wrong. That's not my cup of tea because I can't dance. But some of the way it's all going and that's the way people are interacting with footballers. When it's like time for him to make up his mind and the destination he's going to do, hopefully he's going to do it sooner rather than later because the season's about to start, then it's beyond Jesse's term. It's not on Alex Crook's term.
There you go, Charlie Austin there, and I think you'd agree with Charlie, wouldn't you, Gab?
100%. If Jesse Lingard wants to finish training and dance around his house on video, then he can do that. That's no problem with me. And yes, he posts his links to his TikTok and posts videos of him dancing on social media, but he posts a lot of him working, him getting fit, staying fit for his move, and people don't want to talk about that. It's like you have to go with the times. You know, the younger generation and footballers and other people out there are going to be on TikTok doing these things. I'm similar to Charlie. It's not for me. I will never do that, be dancing on TikTok. But if he wants to do that, let him be. You know, Alex Crook isn't a person that should determine what Jesse Lingard does.
Okay, is Forest the right club for Jesse Lingard? 03717 223344. Chelsea could hijack Manchester United's move for Dutchman Frankie de Jong. Reports that Frankie de Jong does not want to leave Barcelona, but if he does move on, the Netherlands midfielder would rather join Bayern or Chelsea than the Red Devils by all accounts. Spanish football expert Graham Hunter joined talkSPORT early in the week and explained the Dutchman's situation at Barca.
When Joan Laporta said, well, we never wanted to sell him, and on the rarer times when Xavi speaks about him now, there's a pretty light touch about what they think about Frankie de Jong. The hard fact is that Xavi reckons that Frankie de Jong hasn't yet punched his weight for a big expensive transfer and huge expensive wages. And whatever Xavi will say in public, the idea is that he sees it as better to move on, to turn the page. And frankly, looking at it objectively, irrespective of they've ruffled your feathers out, The idea that a club says to a football player, yes, you've got a contract, and yes, you're well within your rights, but we've made this decision and we'd like you to go.
So, Gab, Manchester United, have they lost that fantastic appeal they had that, people just had to sort of cross the T's and dot the I's? I'm coming to Old Trafford. I
think I've been mentioning about Manchester United not being as big as a pool for a while now, and Man United fans don't like it. They can't handle the straight facts. De Jong, if he's leaving Barcelona, he does not want to go to Manchester United. There's quotes that have come out that he would rather a Bayern Munich, he'd rather a Chelsea. Because if I'm choosing a team in the Premier League and I've got a chance of Chelsea or Manchester United, I'm choosing Chelsea. I'm in London. I've got Thomas Tuchel, who's won the Champions League recently. You're playing Champions League football this season. You've got a better squad of players. Manchester United have got Ronaldo, who don't want to be there. He's not turned up for pre-season. You've got players that aren't performing. You've lost top players like Pogba. Manchester United have got problems, and it's going to take them a while to get a chance of winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League. Does De Jong want to go from Barcelona, who will be playing Champions League football, to Manchester United, who aren't going to be and have got problems at their club? He would choose Bayern or Chelsea or stay at Barcelona.
Yeah, so where's De Jong going? Also, just in the Times today, Phillips from Ruscombe England spot joining City. I've not read it all, but I would imagine he's talking about he might not play as regular as he did for Leeds.
Well, Rodri's probably the best defensive midfielder in the world last season. Everything went through him, scored screamers as well, headers. It's going to be hard to get into that team, but when he does get his chance, if that's the rotation that Pep does or it's the Carabao Cup, he's got to put in top performances. But still, I think he's done enough to get into that England squad because Southgate knows what he's capable of.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.